99.3 Nigeria, and for good morning to you, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to the Fintex show. I'm Sheriff Quadri. Now, if you support the ban on electronic funds transfer, say yeah. If you do not support the ban, say nay. Let me bring up my guest. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Sheriff, and good morning, our listeners.
Azakala, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Sheriff.
Well, I'm good. I'm okay. We're talking about ban on funds transfer this morning. Let's have you know that in Kenya, the nays did not have it in Kenya because the country has placed a ban on electronic funds transfer. Now, if the bill is passed, Kenya will prohibit businesses from refusing cash payments for everyday transactions. Under the proposed law, you are required to accept physical for purchases below $775. That's a lot of money. A member of parliament, Caroline, on Monday introduced the bill, and it's intended to protect ordinary Kenyans who risk exclusion from digital economy. You can say this is a tale of two countries, actually, Nigeria and Kenya. Nigeria is pushing cashless economy. Kenya is pushing the use of cash. Nee, can you imagine this? Imagine a ban on funds transfer in Nigeria. Just imagine that. What could be possible implications of this?
Okay, thank you very much. For me, it's like taking everybody to the back, right? Taking us backward, all right? And that's the case of what's going on in Kenya. I mean, and again, you must understand that there's some kind of proposed legislation. So what they're saying is that, look, okay, for a certain amount of transaction that you do within social value, you should allow people to do for cash, you understand? And of course, I mean, the M-Pesa, what we're talking about here is M-Pesa in Kenya, right? Which has been, their greatest pride in Kenya, right? With Safaricom providing that backbone, you understand, to be able to make it happen, And the question one would ask again is, what is the import for bringing up that kind of that idea, right? What's the import for that idea to say, transactions below a certain amount of money, $700, you understand, must be allowed to go, cash. Yeah, maybe when you look at the rural areas, maybe there have been complaints, about people not being able to probably have access to the internet, and all of those things, So, and again, on the flip side is the fact that what is governance really all about? It's about the people. Okay, so maybe this woman who is sponsoring, and is a woman, right? So,
yeah.
And you know how I feel about women, you're right? So,
I don't know.
I know you will know now. You get it. So I mean, there must be a reason, and that may have come from the fact that people, citizens, would have complained. All right, so she's supposed to be representing a group of people in their parliament. All right, and they're there for the people. People say, okay, we don't have so much money, And on the flip side, what is wrong with having a hybrid system?
$775 is a lot of money.
It is.
So in Nigeria, that's in Nigeria.
Even in Kenya's shillings.
Look, let me tell you, I realized long ago, right, that it's in Nigeria we don't denominate a lot of things in dollars. Around the East African corridor.
Yeah.
All right. And you must know that the cost of living in all of those countries are higher than ours. You need to know that as a basic.
Yeah, especially in Kenya.
Yes, you understand? It's higher than ours. You understand? So that thing you're calling $700 for them is not, they're used to those kind of expenses. In Nigerian naira, it's a lot of money. All right. In Kenya, it's not a lot of money because they denominate a lot of things they do in their Kenyan shillings and they benchmark with the dollar. You understand? So it's their normal tough, in that environment. So, and that's what it is. So they would have looked at it. Somebody would have complained, or a group of people, citizens have complained that, we don't have a lot of money. You understand? It's only people that have monies that are above $700 that should probably be using M-Pesa and all of those kind of things and all of that. The thing called democracy, as practiced by Kenya, is the government of the people. If the people feel there's a need to pass a legislation to be able to have a hybrid system, and it works for them, you understand, it's okay. Come back to Nigeria, ban funds transfer. So which means that if I need to Send money to Razak, for example, now. I have to do cash when Nigeria is actually pushing cashless policy. Our cashless policy, we cannot say does not have its issues. You understand? What that has bettered, you understand? The worst of the things that has bettered is that we buy our currency. You understand? It's the biggest embarrassment, you understand, that anybody would ever think, you understand, would ever happen in a generation that we were born. And I do not know anywhere else in the whole world where people buy the currency of their country. It's only in Nigeria I'm aware of as we speak.
Does that also underline, Razak, I'll come to you in a moment. Does that also underline the fact that we can't totally do without cash transactions? We are trying to force ourselves to do cashless, but with the fact that people now, we buy our currency, like you've said, isn't there a lesson for us to learn? For us to have a hybrid system, like
look. I'm all in for good behavior. All right, I'm all in for good behavior. Right, those who make policies must have a rethink and understand that policies are meant to be overhauled once and over again.
Just keep reviewing.
You keep reviewing policies. You understand? There's no policy that is. You could test a policy and find out. Oh, no. All right, I mean, at times, I want to spend money, and I'm seeing myself, I'm having 2 shades of 500 naira. I'm having 2 shades of 1,000 naira. It's only in Nigeria. I'm not tired of embarrassment. How do you have 2 denominations of 1,000 naira? How do you have 2 denominations of 500 naira, of 200 naira? How? Well, so I don't know where we're learning bad things from. I don't understand where we learn.
It's bad thing, I mean.
Yeah, we can't learn. I don't know where we get it from. You understand?
It's a bad.
Yeah, we learn every bad thing there is to learn. All right,
it's not bad thing. It's variation in printing.
No. I'm not someone who gives. I'm not very diplomatic with words, right? When you want to copy things, right, you must have people you copy. There's nothing wrong with copying anybody. You can copy good and bad things, all right? Yeah. Please, I don't know, and I don't know everything in this world. Tell me any other country that has 2 currencies. You understand? Like where Nigeria is, 2 printed currencies.
Nigeria.
Tell me another one.
Nigeria,
right? And if I ask you for the third one, it's going to be Nigeria. Where did we learn bad things from? I keep asking. You get it? Right. So there's really nothing wrong, you understand? If they're talking about the hybrid system, you understand?
Right.
Nigerians, by our nature, are cash-dependent people. All right? So you're trying to force Nigerians to swallow cashless policy, you understand? Monies are being sprayed, monies are being sold. You go to a nightclub, you understand? They're selling monies at night. And nobody's been prosecuted for it. Please.
Razak, let me come to you. We're going to go to Kenya before we go to break. And my question there is, Kenya is one of those countries that, early enough adopted cashless.
Yes.
Their mobile money,
Seamless,
very strong,
Seamless.
very powerful. Like you could literally buy anything without cash in Kenya, without physical cash in Kenya. That's how strong. So I was until I saw this script, I didn't know that they were having issues, with their system there. What does that say about mobile money? What does that say about the informal sector? Because I'm sure that Miss Caroline was bothered about the informal sector, the informal part of the economy. Like definitely there will be people, like Nee said, there will be people who don't have access to internet connectivity. There will be people who rely on cash on a daily basis to carry out their transactions. This is the direction we're headed. Like we are putting cashless. Kenya, that had been there way before us, they're now putting it in reverse gear. What does that imply? Should we begin to retrace our steps now and say, look, let's not put a cap on, because this is what we're doing now. We put cap on withdrawal. That is why we are having to buy our own money, because people need money. Should we begin to retrace our steps and say, let's not put cap on cash anymore? Let's release.
No, I don't think so. But first and foremost, no matter how good your strategy is, culture will destroy it. No matter how beautiful your strategy and cashless strategy, culture will destroy it. I remember when cashless came around 2012 or 20. CBN spent so much money going to the interland education. Still to today, there's some states in Nigeria. There's no internet, There's no POS. They still spend cash. But that's the market. I was in one market called Thursday Market. I in Ekiti or somewhere in the interior. Every Thursday market, there's no POS.
It's cash.
No cash, no business. If you don't get cash, no come near.
Even just to add to what you're saying, what you're saying. The last time I went to buy palm oil in Akwa Ibom, the lady I went to buy palm oil from, it wasn't as if they told me. I was seated there while I was trying to buy. I bought about 25 kegs of palm oil in Akwa Ibom, and the lady was waiting for a guy to bring cash. All right, so they bring the what they call it from the mills to her. You understand? And she had this, this what do you call it? This this bag we use in carrying laptop. You understand?
Okay.
That backpack. You understand? That is where she paid. You understand? Those would have bought from for her from the mills in the bush. All right. What happened when I talked about being robbed? It was a cash issue, right? I told my friend I wanted to buy solid minerals. He said, you have to go and pick up cash from the bank. You understand? Cash is our thing. So if we're saying that you want to do policies, you must understand culture, like he has said. Who are these people? Teach them not to abuse the currency.
Gentlemen, hold on. Let's go to break. We're due for a quick break. Lagos will be back. Stay with us.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Now so I did on my own. Now a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click Fiam. Now so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey. If to say na Airtel you dey use, them for first alert you before you click Airtel they identify spammers. Then alert them customers with AI powered service. To make sure say you know for Mugu for Wuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me self they go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine. What can your bank do for you? Meet Jane, 25 years old. She's been having troubles acquiring a loan from her bank.
This is not okay at all. I've been on this queue forever, and you're saying I should fill another form. What's going on?
What can your bank do for you? Meet Frank, 27 years old, held up in traffic and making fruitless transactions.
Mama, I have saved the airtime, even the electricity charges. I don't know why it's so difficult making this payment.
Introducing Safri, a lifestyle digital bank that's designed just for you. With one click, you can make easy and fast payment transactions, pay bills, and even acquire easy loans. Hurry and download the Safri app on your Play Store. Visit safrisafri.com for more information. Safri, borderless banking.
Bro, how I could take level up now? Now your hand day. How I could take enjoy VVIP treatment? Now your hand day. To win big on call, now your hand day. With BetKing Virtuals, every game fit make you hit jackpot. You go chop life tire. The power to win bigger day your hands. Download the BetKing app and register today using the promo code FREEBETS to enjoy 100 Naira instant bonus and other exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey, and when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of North seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
This taste na banger, this taste na creamy rich, this taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1. Thickness, enjoyment, yumminess, happiness, delightfulness, deliciousness, smoothness. This taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1.
Enjoy more creamy richness with the new Nescafe Original 3-in-1 in the new pack. That's strong, finish strong.
My ions, please, can't get enough. My ions, please, give it to me now. It go rehydrate you, yeah. Replenish your ions with Pocari Sweat. Rehydrate you faster, easy we observe. Pocari Sweat, give it to more. Pocari Sweat.
3 is the magic number. 3 wishes, 3 chairs, and now 3 McVitie's shortbreads. Want something decadent, chocolatey, and full of flavor? Yes! Or how about something buttery, small, and perfect on the go? Even better, the nation's #1 shortbread now comes in 3.
Introducing McVitie's chocolate shortbread and buttery shortbread bites, the newest additions to the McVitie's family. McVitie's shortbreads, a buttery delight in 3 different bites.
McVitie's. Did you know you can post your job vacancies on Jobberman for free?
Free? Really?
Yes! Through the Young Nigeria Works initiative, in partnership with Jobberman and the MasterCard Foundation, you can list jobs at 0 cost.
And reach over 3 million job seekers?
Absolutely! Plus, you get smart tools to manage applicants and boost your brand.
Visit www.jobberman.com/employer/free-listing to post jobs for free today.
Hire right with Jobberman.
Take control of your future with Nile Online. Learn on your terms anytime, anywhere, from the comfort of your home, at work, or on the go. With courses like Executive MBA and Digital Marketing, your path to success is just a click away. Join Nile Online and shape your tomorrow. To apply, visit nileonline.com.ng or call 0707 147 4242.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain? It's Toby Chio. My goodness. When did he grow up? That's it with kids, though.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Oh, what did it happen now? No bonus for all my life.
No panic, as MTN don't carry better gist come. Every 6 minutes you talk, MTN go dash you 3 extra minutes. Fiam to enter MTN better gist. Dial *123 *2 *1 hash or text BG to 312. T and C's apply.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your #1 station for talk. Let's talk.
.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome back. The Fintex show is what you're listening to. I'm Sharif Quadrini is here. Razak is here as well. And we're having a conversation about this mobile money thingy, Kenya, Nigeria, and we are mixing things up, comparing stuff. Ani, can you remember what you were saying before the break?
Please remind me.
I can't even remember. That's what I'm asking.
I was talking about culture.
Yes, culture.
So we're talking about culture.
Right. Culture and policies.
Yes, that's it. So culture, like he said, I mean, that issue about culture is a no-brainer. You develop policies based on what your people, I was watching the story of Tompolo. It trended over the weekend. You understand? They were having an event. EFCC says they are catching people that are abusing the naira. You understand?
Yes.
Look, I'm a product developer. You develop your product for your customer. Your product is not your property. You're only developing the product for the customer to be able to use. So you must listen to the customer. Nigerians say they want to use cash. The money that you're using to print the cash is Nigerians' money. It's not your money. So why you say you don't want them to print? Why don't you want to print cash for them? That's what they say they want. You're only holding brief in a democracy. You're only holding brief for the people. That's what you're there for. Oh, Nigerian people say they prefer cash. They don't want mobile money. You do what the people say they want. That's democracy. Don't go and force them and say, "Oh, who are you saving the money for?" If you say you're saving money, I'm the owner of money. I'm a Nigerian. You tell me you're saving money. I say, okay, what did I tell you to save money for me?
For your own good, I'm saving it.
Yeah. So you're convincing me that what I don't want is good for me. Where does it work anywhere?
It works here.
You understand? So this is the only place where you find out that the government is forcing you. They're forcing policies down the throat of the people. And people say no. Because at the end of the day, people will do what is convenient for them. All right? It's like government would say, I'm just giving an instance of roads, for example. Government will crave a path of a road. and you see the people pass a particular place, you see some roads that you find out that government will do. Say, for example, now you're doing, look at, government did a very shoddy job on Mile 2 Expressway. And you see, I've never seen a very useless road construction in my entire life as much as from Mile 2 to Badagry. All right? Now, don't you understand that people will need to turn at different points? You not take them on the long stretch. You understand that they have to go and turn. I said, no. If you are coming from Badagry, for example, now, if you miss the tour for you to go and climb the bridge coming to Oshodi, right? You must go to, what do you call this place now? To Costain. You must come to Costain. Automatic. One day when I was driving on that route, I found out that they are broken. They are broken a part of the road for you to be able to climb the bridge. You understand? When you get to Mile 2. Product development. That is the concept. So you are thinking for the user. How is the user thinking? Once he gets to this axis, he wants to go on a detour. You have pushed him in that place. He's going to be angry. He's going to look for people and say, look, please break this road. Break it, you understand? When the old Lagos, let me tell you, we're digressing, but these things are interrelated. The old Lagos, what did the Oyibo people do? They created as many portions for you to be able to turn. All right? On Mobolaji Bankanthony Way, right? If you're coming from General Hospital, remember you can make a U-turn and go into Toyin or Lainde.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You open more spaces for people to be able to detour. That's what a road is about. You don't block roads. Interconnectivity. So you must open up more spaces for people to be able to say, okay, oh, you want to go? Because the more people that can detour, the lesser pressure on the road. So why do you take me another 2 kilometers far ahead when I'm done with my journey 200 meters? So why don't you let me just take a detour so I don't put pressure on that road? Who is thinking for our people?
They're thinking that they are probably stopping unnecessary traffic from people who are trying to take a detour when they're not supposed to take a detour.
No.
They have so many reasons why they put these things.
So those reasons don't.
And I've seen roads like that as well. And in my mind, I'm thinking, why are you taking people unnecessarily?
Unnecessary.
So
same thing here.
So there's the street that comes out to a long stretch of road. So the people living on this side will now have to drive down before they now, go to the other lane and be going to where they're going. When you could have opened in front of their street.
Simple.
And they can just drive out and just go.
It reduces the pressure on the road.
We are trying to reorientate the system. The same way, you see, we are pushing cashless. No. You see, the transfer we are talking about, we can't ban it in Nigeria. But you see, all the things that you said is happening. Go to nightclubs. What do you do? What do
you buy cash. You go to parties.
What do you do? Buy cash.
So government has enabled corruption. Government enabled corruption to thrive. You understand? It's embarrassing. How do you go and buy cash? You understand? You go to a nightclub. You understand? You go and say you want to buy. They tell you, or you go to a party, like you said. Yeah. All right, you want to come buy new notes. When I was working in the bank, you understand? I remember there was a friend of mine. I've forgotten that guy's name. All I needed to go was to go to the banking hall. The guy was in cash. He was in the cash vault. And I'll give him my, my normal naira. You understand? And he gives me new notes without any issue.
Yeah,
in the same country.
I remember those days.
I didn't pay a dime.
It's still happening now.
When my younger brother wanted to marry, were we not both looking for means about, me and you?
Yes.
Did we see?
No. Because we are ordinary people.
Gentlemen, we hope to come back. We don't hope to come back to this. Hoping that it will get resolved, in no time. Let's move on to our next one, which is very, very important as well. And it's about EVs, electric vehicles. I don't know if you heard that now Chinese have been given the permission to establish EV factories in Nigeria.
Bob, we see 2 weeks ago I said Tesla come to Nigeria. Tesla. Now
I remember we're having the conversation about lithium and everything, but I don't know why I am I'm pessimistic about
I'm
this.
not.
Is it just me?
It's only you.
Me.
So
why am I pessimistic about this?
when Razak shared the script with me, you understand? I said Razak has come with this lithium matter again. And all that came to my head was that, look, I hate too much talk. I don't like talking. I'm not somebody who wants to talk and not do stuff. All right? Can you please show us the EV cars on the road that have been made without us even knowing all of the bureaucracies of all the documentation and how it happened?
Now we are bringing it.
Burkina Faso. I'll keep talking about Burkina Faso. They did not make any noise. Ammo tank they made. Nobody heard the story. This is Ammo tank. EV. They didn't make any story. We didn't know when the Chinese people signed agreement with them. We don't know. We don't want to know. Nigerians don't want to know.
No, we like to show. That's why we are Nigeria. We like to show. Don't worry.
No, they should spare us.
ABC is coming very soon.
That's why he's telling you that, look, he's pessimistic.
No,
do you understand?
I'm optimistic.
When they say those things, you see, when they say those things,
I pity you.
You cannot see anything clearly.
I want to drive EBC. Don't you understand?
You cannot see anything clearly from government. You understand? You don't hear the story. They pay the pressmen, go and collect money, go and report the case. You understand? They were doing this. Oga, if we take a bet here, end of this year, that thing you're talking about, this EV you're talking about, you will not see any car. So I'm almost so certain about it because it's our way.
ABC will come.
So I have some questions. I mean, this is where my pessimism would come to fore.
You're a pessimist.
You're a pessimist. So we've granted China the license to have. So we have car manufacturers in this country that can, because there is no big deal in EVs anyways. Our already car manufacturers can do all of these things because they are doing it already. I mean, it depends on the market. So the question is, where is the market in Nigeria? That's number one. Number two is, aren't we worried about the fact that there could be smuggling? I'm talking about lithium smuggling in the name of we are licensed to manufacture EVs. How many cars can a Nigerian afford? Do we have the infrastructure to allow a Nigerian own an EV?
It's only you.
No, it's not only you.
Just wait.
It's not only you.
EV will come.
I mean, where is the market?
We have the market.
Where is it?
Where is it?
Remember way back when we had Volkswagen in Ojo?
That was when the economy is buoyant enough.
We have a
economy was buoyant enough for people to be able to. In fact, companies, federal government will buy brand new from what I wasn't old enough then, but they will buy brand new cars for civil servants.
We will buy EV.
Listen,
let it come.
Are we deceiving ourselves here?
I was old enough to know that if you read medicine, you got a free Volkswagen car in the same country.
Who does that these days?
I knew youth coppers who came to serve in my school.
Yeah.
All right. Who came with brand new Volkswagen cars. All right. Because they read medicine in this country.
Is that viable these days? Is that possible?
Look, it is possible if there's no corruption. That's how rich Nigeria is.
That's my mouth. You see, it's possible.
No. There's a caveat. There's a caveat.
That's how
he said if there's no corruption.
If there's no corruption, you understand? Now, look, I'll keep talking about Burkina Faso because I like development. I love Africa, right? The guy in 2 years, you understand, is building the 3rd cement factory in this country. Number 3 factory. If they ask you about cement factory in Nigeria today, who would they mention?
Dangote.
One person.
We have others.
Yes, we do. He said, who would they mention?
Who would they mention? In a country of over 200 million people, are we a serious people at all?
Yes.
So you're talking about. So I've told you that in Ogun State, right? In that village that is close to where I come from, where they have what they call it, they have limestone.
Limestone, yeah.
They had to come and beg me. They were begging me that I should come and help them fight Dangote. Illiterates, innocent illiterates. that they are taking their lands, you understand? They used to farm there, you understand? And they discovered limestone in those places. And the so-called leaders, obas and all of them, had taken bribe. Is that not how we survive in this country? All right?
That's typical. That's our story.
These are the stories we're talking about.
The same thing will happen to the lithium we're talking about.
That's what we're saying.
No.
Wait
until the Chinese come and start.
Until...
For instance, we have railway. Who built it? The Chinkos.
No.
They built it.
They built it for free, Abi.
Look. You see when you say, when you say these things, we have talked about Kenya, when we're off the mic.
Yes.
Look, you need to see development. We will be ashamed as a people. Because we do a lot of lip service. We do a lot of lip service to things that are supposed to be barest minimums. You understand? That we should say that
basic.
They should be basic. You understand? Electric trains by now in Nigeria should be basic.
That is the next.
You understand?
After EV.
So
I mean, why do we have trains that keke can run past?
No, because it's electric.
It means that it shouldn't be
too fast.
The one that they are using in the UK is what? It's electromagnetic.
Power. No, this.
Please come and deliver us from this. Come and deliver us from this boy.
I am pessimist.
He's making us shout at the top of our voices.
I refuse. This morning, I completely refuse.
My fear is when these guys come, you know how it is. We'll give people license. And I said this, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, that we don't monitor these things.
Yeah. Exactly.
There
Evaluation,
there are people that are supposed to do this job, but they are not doing this thing. So they will claim that they are manufacturing EVs and all of those things. Meanwhile, they are taking our resources through the back door and they're taking it to wherever they're taking it to.
I will stop you, Sheriff. The Chinese ambassador has said we are coming to set up EV factories, which is 1, 2, 3 in Nigeria. He said it. Nobody put it in his mouth. So let's believe him. He will come out.
No, believing him is not my problem.
Do it.
That's not what I'm saying.
I want EV in Nigeria. I want the whole one.
I'm not even talking about. I mean, they can do it. My question is, at what cost?
Don't worry about cost.
No, we should.
No. Look, Razak. As much as we play about these things, right? There are serious national issues, right? And we shouldn't trivialize them.
I'm not.
I used to go to Zamfara, like and they'll tell you, there's gold in Zamfara. There's gold in Zamfara. Look, there's a local government called Anka Local Government in Zamfara State. So I would take a bike. When I come down in Anka, they take me from Gusau, take me to Anka. I'll not take a bike that will take me into the bush, at times in the rain, and I'll be on the bike for 3 hours going into the bush in this country.
Ooh.
In fact, I used to say that, look, the path that I follow is not the path I come back, because there are no roads. So it's through the bush. I'll see camels, you understand? At times I'll tell myself, if you die here now, nobody will know that you came here. That's how daring I've lived this my life, right? Now, and I'll see a lot of all of these, what do you call them now? All of these vehicles of all these UN, I'll see them in those deep bushes. Okay. Those things they call NGO. Oh, this is the NGO
inside the forest.
Inside those forests.
What are you talking about?
That was what he's talking about. Now, I come. Let us say I'm a law enforcement agent, and I'm assigned to monitor. And I come there and I go, what are you people doing there? Saw one bag of this thing now, but you said you are doing production. But there's that store. There are some of those things that are stored. What are they doing there? You understand? Accountant, please. Please, envelope.
Well done.
Ranka de Chinko.
Well done.
That is what he's talking about.
I understand, and I'm saying it again. EV will happen in this country.
Oh God!
We
already have EVs.
So
we have EVs.
Manufacturing.
No, we have EVs being manufactured in Nigeria. Really? In fact, there is a taxi company in Kano, I think, that they have buses, EV buses.
Yeah.
In Unilag, they have shuttle,
Yeah.
campus shuttle EVs.
Even if we buy schools, if we buy schools now,
we have.
Is it
no,
EV
no,
or
no,
CNG?
EV. Yes, we already have.
Where is the power station
What do you mean?
for the EV?
It's there. It's
to
there.
charge it?
It's there.
Okay.
It's right there. There are power stations in VI here. If you have EVs, there are power stations here.
We are
in
coming
VI.
up. We are coming up. Now we set the factory, refactory.
Femi, welcome. Femi is here, by the way.
Welcome, Femi.
I'm tired of Razak.
Actually, I really just got tired of all of you. It's like, I've been in my office since 9:30, and I was like just enjoying the program. So this whole matter. So I have a bone to pick with most. With me, please.
What about me?
No more chinkos on radio. That sounds racist. the Chinese people are the Chinese people. Razak, you at least you your sense of humor is sharp today. Jokes apart, you know that thing about this country. There's one of our Sheriff, you probably help me here. One of the Nigeria Info flybys, station identities, and that we play to promote our shows. Especially our callers and the people who listen to us. The best line for me was a guy who said, are we the only country or something, so that everything we do, that why is it that, I think one of the last, in that sweeper, we have a sweeper like that, is Nigeria the only country, so that everything they do it backwards. You know, that kind of thing. They just do it in the wrong. You know. So, I mean, it's good development. Sometimes you ask the basic questions. Have you gotten the fundamentals right? EVs are great. In the end, would they be cheaper? Solar panel is great. Yeah. But in the end, how many people in Nigeria can afford solar panels or inverters?
Oh yeah, that's it.
There's no affordability. So if everything you do seems to be aimed at the upper class,
yeah.
The 1 to 10% of the society. So where are those things you are doing
for the 90%
that benefits the 90%, the 90 to 98, 99%? Where are those things? Electric vehicles, fantastic. Electric planes, helicopters, maybe. Yeah, but then
that's not what the people want.
Does it make transportation cheaper?
Yeah.
Does it? So maybe with so that we don't sound uninformed. On the long run, perhaps when it becomes more democratized, that is, electric vehicles and all of that. Even in the U.S., how many people can afford a Tesla? You understand?
Yeah.
You could say, okay, use the Chinese model. The Chinese model, these products maybe not as solid. Maybe they don't have the longevity of European or American standard.
Specs, yeah.
You know, maybe you would use it. So what was the second-hand value? You buy the electric vehicle now. Are you thinking 2 years, 3 years from now?
Yeah. What do you do with it?
What is it still doing for you? Maybe all of those will be answered. But lithium, we've talked about it. Aren't we a lithium powerhouse? It makes sense, yes, for us to be producing electric vehicle, but is that truly the aim of these people here? Or is that just a front to siphon the lithium?
I don't know.
You understand? So we know that it's not today. We know the people who've been carrying all our lithium now.
No, please say it in pidgin. No be today.
No, not be today. We know the people carrying their lithium. Okay, thank you. Now you want to be using 2% of our lithium to do electric vehicles.
We want to formalize it.
Want to formalize. Okay.
The same way we formalize the extraction of solid minerals, that all kinds of people are in the forest mining all kinds of minerals, unabated, unhindered. People are just cashing out.
It's me who knows what his eyes are seeing in this country. Now I hear that diplomatic vehicles are being seen in bushes and on the far-flung corners of the forest.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen things, and you don't know things if you don't move around. All right, and that's what they call knowledge. I've been everywhere. Zamfara, name it, everywhere. I've been robbed, I've almost killed, and that takes a lot of courage to do all of those things. And like I say, look, and that's what makes who I am, right? That ability to be able to say, yes, okay, we need to move. Everybody tell me, there's kidnapping, you understand? I said, some of us are not wired to be that scared, you understand? It's only God that watches over my life. That I already know. Do you understand? You know, so I'm not in that deal with you. Tell me, okay, don't go. I said, no, don't worry about me. You understand?
You know, the very thing that actually brought me upstairs to the studio was when you guys were talking. It was Razak who was talking about the railway. The Chinese built railway for us, and somebody asked him, was it Ni or Sheriff?
It was free.
Was it free? Did you know that this railway station here in Lagos, do you know that land has been sold? Do you know it's not Nigerian property as we speak? It's sold to the Chinese. I didn't even know that until we had gone for some media thing with them. We're told by the railway authorities themselves that no, it's been sold to the Chinese.
Our assets been sold.
It's been sold to the Chinese. It's not just your asset. It's the land. The entire land. The whole land, that railway station, belongs to the Chinese.
In the Butemeta.
And here's why I noticed. When I entered the station, I said it didn't look like a Nigerian station. It looked like they were writing in Chinese and small
English
instead of English and small Chinese. I was like, that was when my talk guy said, no, it's gone. And these things are happening. Anyway, we gotta go. But thank government for doing the best they can. But let's be careful. Let's just be careful.
That's our show today, Lagos Nii. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Razak, thank you.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment. .3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.